A money lesson I've learned from 3 different sources. That lesson is save 10% of your income. And I learned that from Iman Gadzhi. I learned that from Tony Robbins. And then I read it again in a book I'm reading right now called The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clausen. 3 different sources I've read that, and I've repeated it over and over again. You should have a habit of money being automatically put into your savings so you don't have to put it in there. But you should just have it automatically deducted from, like, when money comes in the bank. It should just be put away. 10% of it should just be put away into, that's going to compound. It's called compound interest, one of the most powerful sources of wealth. That money's going to compound. So you may think it's only 10%. It's not going to do anything, but over time it will. Compound interest is like the number one thing. Albert Einstein talked about compound interest and how, like, it's so powerful. I believe it was Albert Einstein. I heard it was someone of that nature, but he talked about how compound interest and how, like, it multiplies. Like, so if you save $10, then the next week you're gonna have $20, and then you're gonna have 30. But the whole point is and what I learned from Iman Gadzhi is, what he's saying is, the whole point of this is to make it a habit to save 10% of your income. And it doesn't matter if that number is 15, doesn't matter if that number is 20, but you do want to have a habit of saving 10% of your income, or have a habit of putting away 10% of your money, because that's just a good general money lesson that you should abide by and that you should follow, just so that way your money is in order. You have money put away in case of a rainy day, and that's a good thing to follow. That's something that you should follow every single day you live your life. And like I said, you should have it automatically deducted, put in your savings automatically. 10% of the check should just be put in your savings. You shouldn't even have to do anything. It should just be sent there. And if you have this mentality, and the beauty about this is, the more money you make, the more money you make, the more of that 10% is going to be put into that account, which is, a wonderful thing. You make $100,000, that's $10,000 right there, put into your savings. Like, that's just a bigger chunk. This money be put away in your savings account. I'm not necessarily going to tell you what you have to do with this money. I'm just telling you that you should put it away. They should put it aside. Save it for a rainy day in case things happen. You should always have money saved up. 6 months of monthly expenses and bare minimum saved up. You should have 6 months to a year of savings, of expenses saved up in your income. I've heard this from numerous sources. One of them was Fresh and Fit. You should have 6 months to a year in monthly expenses saved up in your monthly income, or in your savings. This is just really important. Like, you need to get in the habit of doing this every time you get a paycheck, and just keep it on top of your money game, of your money talks, of, like, your financial literacy. You should have financial literacy, and you should know where your money's going. My money's going here, my money's going here, my money's going here. You should know exactly where your money's going. If you know where your money's going, you're going to be financially literate. If you don't know where your money's going, you're going to be financially illiterate, and you're not going to know what's going on with your money. You want to know what's going on with your money if you want to make a lot of money. It just makes the most sense. I'll never forget what Brandon Carter says. He says, what gets measured gets managed. So if you measure your money, figure out where it's going, you keep track of it, you can manage it. And that way you're going to know how much you're getting, how much you're putting away, all of that such. So this is an amazing money lesson I've learned from 3 different sources, and I believe you should follow it, because I learned it from 3 different people. If I learn it from that many people, then it's something you should do. If you just learn it from one person, if you just learn this from one source, then that's a little bit different. But I've heard it from 3 different people, so it's something you should follow. It's something I do, and I believe it's something you should do as well. That's the video I have for you today. If you like this video, comment, share this video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.